Good evening and welcome. It's Friday, December 16th, 1983. This is Southside Morning and Evening on WPPC 88.3. I'm your host, Steve McCall. Coming up, Mayor Winston Yu declares that there will be no more elections. NYPD is in the middle of blazing controversy. Former Comptroller Richie Rich arrested, and an exclusive interview with NYPD's Commissioner Jake Grant. Stay tuned. Hey folks, today we've had a rainy one, the high being 59 and the low being 42. It's going to be cold out there. Make sure to have those raincoats and umbrellas handy if you plan on leaving your home this week. Forecasts say through the next week, temperature will remain in the high 60s, moderate and heavy showers throughout, and we'll have a high chance of snow next weekend, so keep an eye out for that. For our first story, this Monday on the 14th, Mayor Winston Yu declared that, quote, there will be no more elections, end quote. This was due to the high absence of candidates putting their name forward for the city council elections, and therefore the mayor will instead appoint suitable candidates to the 5 seats of city council. This announcement has caused quite a bit of controversy, some claiming it was tyrannical behavior. The Board of Elections released an official replying statement on Wednesday saying, quote, candidacy opened on the 13th of December and was outlined to last for 48 hours from the announcement. This was fit with the schedule of 2 days of candidacy, 5 days in campaigning, and 1 day of voting. After the 48-hour candidacy collapsed, there was discovered to be no submissions from any New York City citizen wanting to run for city council. This left the Board of Elections with 2 alternatives. 1. There should be no city council, and all legislative powers should resort to the mayor of New York City until a new city council can be elected next term. 2. The mayor of New York City should be granted jurisdictional power to appoint members of the general public to serve on the city council. I believe the second option was more ideal. This would allow for better incentive for the general public to submit their name for appointment, as well as allowing the city government to operate efficiently with the use of the legislative branch, end quote. We'll have a call-in opportunity later in this program to see what you folks think. Coming up next, the NYPD drowns in controversy, but first let's take a look at the joke of the day. It goes something like this. A Mexican, a Brit, and an American are all in a plane. The Brit throws out a bag of tea and says, we have so much tea in Britain, we can just throw it out. The Mexican proceeds by throwing a bag of peppers out and says, we have so many peppers in Mexico, we can just throw it out. The American proceeds by throwing the Mexican off the plane. The Brit asks, what did you do that for? The American says, he killed my wife. Nice. Alright, our second story. The NYPD is bombarded with heavy accusations of misconduct. All over the city, complaints have been released about officers raiding buildings without proper justification, and killings that have gone unsolved, some even from the officers. Specifically yesterday, 2 buildings were supposedly falsely raided. These claims have yet to have been confirmed, and no one employed in the NYPD as an officer was reprimanded or fired due to the complaints. And finally, just this morning, we've received word that the former comptroller, Richie Rich, was found guilty of corruption in court and was sentenced to 70 years in prison. He was caught hiding out in a lair with piles of cash by the NYPD. I'll put out a picture released by the NYPD in the Bulletin General. We will now have our call-in session with our letter readings. Out of character, if you have something you'd like to say regarding these 2 stories, go to the call-in channel and read the instructions. You can speak on whatever you'd like to say. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can now refer to the call-in requests, see how it works, and go ahead. We'll just be waiting now for any on-air people. Make sure to join the call-in waiting room and you will be... okay. I see we have some people on the line now. Give me just one moment. Hi, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello. Welcome to the SM&E show. You can speak on
hi.
what you'd like to say.
So, Jake Grant, the commissioner, he's corrupt. The
Okay, I think we've had enough of that. Okay, next person. Remember, this is on air. We are trying to be appropriate. Alright, hey, you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing? I
Hi
work
there.
NYPD. I'm not going to mention my name because, you know, all those IA snitches. But Jake Grant's a great commissioner. The real problem with the police department is the Internal Affairs Bureau. They should all be fired.
Okay. Thank
They're
you for your
trafficking drugs over there.
Oh, okay. Can you tell the audience a little bit more about that?
Well, you see, they, you know, frisk people as IA, even though they're desk jockeys, and then once they get the narcotics, they go to the vendor and they sell it to them.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Well, thanks so much for speaking on it. We're now gonna let another person speak. Hi, you're on the air.
Is this on? Is this on? Hello, hello.
Yes, you're speaking. You're on air. Hello.
I would just like to say that that guy is telling complete lies.
Oh.
Take everything so professional in PD. I wouldn't say what we do with the stuff afterwards, but we're not snitches. We don't do nothing. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for your statement.
SB.
All right. That's just about all the time we have for call-ins today, but you might just have a chance for next time. Okay. And now for an exclusive interview with the NYPD 6th Precinct Commissioner, Jake Grant. Good to have you, Commissioner Grant.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
The phone's on too good here.
I want to ask that you please introduce yourself to our audience.
I'm Mr. Grant. I'm the NYPD's commissioner. I was brought in recently, about I don't know, a week or two ago. And yeah,
Okay.
I used to work for the NYPD about 10 years ago, and now I'm back.
All right.
That's,
And now for our first question. The NYPD has recently been going through a lot of controversy in such a short amount of time. Can you explain why that is?
There has been a few issues, most notably with an illegal search. That was pain. I was trying to go to sleep, and I got a call. A judge had signed a wiretap warrant, and then had the comptroller sign it. It wasn't very good. It was a big mess. Luckily, it got sorted.
Okay.
With other controversies, the mayor cut my budget for the time being. Well, city council voted on it.
Okay.
Fortunately, that was changed on. It was lucky. Other than that, that's about all the issues, really.
All right, and I understand yesterday evening there was a bomb that went off in the precinct. Can you inform our audience more about what happened?
There was a bomb. I was again. It was late in the night. I worked most mornings through to the evening. Then go. I wasn't in the PD at the time. I was informed that an act of terrorism sent a bomb. It was sent as a political statement. Again, we're still investigating it. With the bombing, I've recently created a brand new bureau, the Bureau of Counterterrorism. An old friend of mine now runs it. Very, very, very good. Top of the line member. He's going to be leading it to greatness. There shouldn't be much more bombings. New York should be a lot more safer from the horror that is terrorism.
All right. And now, final question. What are your future plans to better improve the 6th Precinct?
My future plans, for a start, I hope that I'm going to get a bigger budget very soon, so I can actually start paying my officers a bit more. With that, it'll increase morale and whatnot. Like I said previously, we created the Counterterrorism Bureau. That should be operating. Should be hopefully doing good work. A lot of new units. The narcotics unit, led by that Harvey Vasco we called him before. Narcotics should be doing the job very shortly. Plain clothes. They've been doing really well. They've been suppressing crime, especially with those damn Mexicans. Just stuff like that. A lot of personnel issues are being sorted. Everything is going right. Arrests are up. Everything's going good.
All right, that's just about all the questions I had for you today, Commissioner Grant. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. It was a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you. It was a pleasure being here.
Alright, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Make sure to tune in next week for more breaking stories. I'll see you next week. I'm Steve, and this is the Southside Morning and Evening Show on WPPC 88.3. So long.